Hello everyone, this is Lorena, and it hasn't been... Dude, has it even been 5 minutes? Has it even been 5 minutes? You're attacking again? I was barely doing anything. I didn't even have time to find my brain before you started to attack again. What the hell is your problem? I'm pretty sure Paradox could say the same to me. I'll tell you what my problem is, Paradox. It's you. You're the problem. You're everywhere. You're trying to destroy everything. I disagree with your decision to do it. I cannot allow you to do it. I can't. But now that I have restored the timeline, I can continue. Yeah, I've made the timeline normal again. In the process, making things very awkward. But, I mean, I kind of had to do something to get over my confusion. So, I fixed the timeline to help with that. Maybe next time I vent, I shouldn't play a card game. Especially a card game that I am known for actually acknowledging while venting. Oh my god. But seriously, I am very attached to this game. Very attached to the franchise as a whole, really. Now, where did my brain go? I forgot where I put it. I forgot where I put my brain. I don't know why I forgot this information, but for some reason it seems to have been left somewhere. Did I leave it in the classroom? That would be kind of bad since I left it. Oh my god. Since I left the classroom. Well, technically Jaden has left the classroom. We saw him graduate. Yeah, I was very confused when the wiki was like, he graduated at 17. I'm just like, Japan, you're confusing me. I don't understand how he graduated at what? No, what? But in Japan, they start at a different time of the year, I think, or something. Like, it makes some sense when I look up Jaden's zodiac sign, but then I still don't understand. Okay, this is a card game anime, a card game franchise. I don't have to think too hard. Except yes, I do, because I'm still confused. I don't get it. But I still don't understand why I'm confused. I don't. Okay, so where's my confusion exactly? I'm sure a lot of people are curious. I guess I'm just wondering how you can graduate from basically high school at 17. And I guess I just haven't figured out how that works in Japan yet. I'm just looking at the timeline and I'm like, when does graduation happen for people in Japan? I don't know. I think that's the problem. I don't know. Okay. I'm attacking. You what? You're getting in my way, Paradox. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I don't like this. You're going to get wrecked for getting in my way. Yes, because that means something. That means something. Well, to me it does. That's all that matters, right? Well, kind of, I guess. Depends. Oh my god! What? Okay, fine. It's dead. Oh my god. I just like playing this deck more than Yusei's deck. I do like Yusei's deck, but I feel like it's harder to actually use. Probably because of how I built it. I think we can start there. I think we can start with how I built it. But anyway, I always come back to the same decks though. Basically the same deck. Honestly, this is stupid. Okay, I was busy doing something before you interrupted me, Paradox. Okay, so I've already dueled everyone in Brains World and Arc 5 World, and someone has probably respawned in Zexal World. So who spawned? I have to know. Who? Okay, so Yuma's here. I was thinking about my mistakes, and I was also thinking about some of Yuma's mistakes. Like drinking tea that is established to be hot. After being told that the tea is hot, and he's like, I know that. And then he burns his tongue. He gets roasted. He gets roasted for this. It's hilarious. But also, I've kind of made the same mistake. So, I mean, if it's very good, I will just put it in my mouth. And that's kind of how I get brain freeze as well. You know, I think maybe I've digested enough food. Maybe I can finish my blizzard after this video. Oh my god. Yeah, I have a mostly eaten blizzard that I put in the freezer because I was full. And I asked for some food from Dairy Queen because I'm having a mood. Maybe it's related to the fact that I'm a woman. Is it related to the fact that I'm a woman? I don't know. Dude, did you two both respawn? I know Aporia respawned. I can't remember if Carly did, but I know I dueled her recently enough. Carly, you must have respawned, didn't you? Okay, well, Aporia is first. Aporia is first. And by the way, Aporia, he's just not as... I don't know. I liked dueling Aporia, but I don't know. Like, out of the raid bosses, Paradox is interesting because I did his entire event. I'm talking about his first run without realizing that I was basically not actually auto-dueling any of the event. And now I'm wondering how much of the event was... Like, what did the first run look like? Did I have to get more points than I did this time? I don't know, but if it's the same amount, then I can see how I managed to pull it off. I'm still doing Paradox, even though I've pretty much already finished his event. Well, yes, I have finished it. I have him unlocked. I've got the title. I've got the full thing recorded. I just think this is the better... I don't know, Poria. I'm not good at Hope. I think the closest I can get to Hope is having it in my extra deck. That's it. Maybe in the future there will be this mystical thing that happens and I suddenly believe in Hope. But when will that happen? I have no idea. I definitely don't get to decide when it happens, because that would kind of just Real Google search. Can you have healthy self-esteem when you've got crippling depression? Google wasn't quite clear with me on that point, or that question. It was just like, the symptoms of depression. Okay, Google, you didn't tell me if I can be healthy with depression. No. Oh my god, no. My phone, it heard me and it started responding. I don't know how I managed to do that. Well, I'm sure it helps that I'm holding my phone. But, oh my god, I cannot believe that. My phone is just like, I don't understand what they're talking about. And I'm just over here like, I don't actually want to Google anything. You know, maybe that was the magic word. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I should have said something else. Like, what are those weird alternate versions? Just so Japan doesn't get copyright. I don't know. There are weird things about this planet, guys. I don't know. I don't have the answers. I don't have any answers. I just feel dead. Okay, so... Okay, Bakura can just heal himself right now. I'll probably level up Mokuba next. Obviously the Dark Side of Dimensions version. Because it's going to take me forever to get to DM World. Just saying. And, I mean, I know I said that I've got my phone in my hand, but I'm mainly auto-dueling in Duel Links and auto-playing another game. And I was only doing that because I had the game open before I opened Duel Links. And then I just, I don't know, things are weird. Yeah, I wasn't supposed to be offline this long though. I was supposed to record some videos and then log back on. And then talk to people. Instead of not talking to people, which is definitely where I'm most likely to get. It's very easy for me to just stop talking to people now. Because my inner world is just more satisfying. Many people would say this is maladaptive. In my case, I call it there are people that will treat me better than people here. In my head, there are people that will treat me better than people out here. When you guys stop treating, when there are more people on Earth, physically, that will not treat me like shit, I can have a normal social life. Until then, my friends and my spirits that I, you know, hanging out with spirits that can talk to me in my head, you know, they treat me right. They don't make me feel like shit. And not even so. Moving on. I was, what were you talking about? Let's pretend this conversation never happens. Let's just pretend it never happened. It looks like Bakura is cursed too. Oh my god. He's not cursed anymore though. He just likes creepy things. That's okay. In some cases, I like creepy things too. But I think it's more of his style than mine. I like some creepy stuff, but I don't think it's like Bakura. I think Bakura is more into that stuff compared to me. Although some people might want to bring up my weird obsession with Yubel, and I'm just like, Yubel is special, okay? Yubel is special. I can't explain how, but also it's obvious just by looking at them. Yes, it's obvious by looking at them that they're special. But anyway, moving on. Just like, it's very awkward. You have what in your deck, Arcana? I've seen that card before. Okay, sure. And now, what? I summon your Dark Magician, Arcana. How do you feel about this? Too bad you got destroyed with your own Dark Magician. Though everyone knows Yamayugi is the better user of that card. Character development. You know, the one, you know, my character development that was lacking when I was obsessed with Yami Merit. But I also had a terrible opinion of Yamayugi for what reason? It wasn't actually related to my obsession with Merrick at all. That was entirely separate. That was a completely separate thing. But also, my brain did kind of make it easy for me by making Yamayugi into nightmare fuel. How did my brain do that, you ask? Well, I probably don't want to actually say it, but I mean, okay, I'll say this, but without saying it. He traumatized me. It was basically a flashback. A direct flashback. The only one I've ever had. After that, the other ones, I just kill people for trying to traumatize me now. I mean, in my dreams, that's what happens. If I have a dream that could become a potential flashback, I kill the person before the flashback can happen. Yeah, I just resort to murder. Which is what, but that's different than what Paradox is doing. He's consciously choosing murder. I'm not. I don't consciously choose murder. Although, I guess in my dreams, if I knew I was dreaming, I probably would. Because I would be lucid dreaming and defending myself from being traumatized further. I don't need further trauma. I've been traumatized before. There's no debate. If you try taking me to a certain professional, it won't work. The professional won't get to do their job. Yeah, unfortunate, but, joke's on me, depending on my cause of death. Please tell me it's just going to be something like, could I die of a heart attack, maybe? No, you don't get to choose your cause of death, usually. If you are sane and healthy, you don't get to choose. You don't get to choose unless you're not stable. And if you do get to choose, then that's very, very, very unfortunate. Things should have gone better for you. And now I almost completely broke down. I also contemplated that maybe I don't want to live at one point, but I decided I want to keep living because I wanted to see this franchise grow. Though before it became a franchise, I just wanted to see how the series ended. Except I wasn't actually around for it, because I decided to just... I can't bother with that. I have to go to school for card games now. I don't know why I never bothered watching the end of DM. I'm pretty sure that's because of how many episodes it has, but... No defense. No, there is no defense. I'm on episode what of One Piece? I'm past episode 700, I think. I don't know the exact episode number, but you guys should know that I started watching like before episode 1000 was released. I'm pretty sure that's been released now. But anyway, I can probably catch up just fine now. My sweet tooth isn't as crippling as it once was. Okay, what was I going to do after this? Go back and do Paradox some more, probably. Why? Why do I have to duel him so much? I don't know. I think I really enjoyed dueling 4 during his events. Kicking Quattro's ass was fun. And yeah, it was also hilarious just having him lose and be like, if you're my fan, act like it. I'm still like, I'm the only player in the entire game that should hear that line. There are players of this game that hate Quattro. They don't like him at all because he's a bastard. And there are people that aren't fans. They're neutral of him. They're neutral for him. I'm a fan, but I don't always act like one. So it was funny when he told me to act like one. No, Quattro, no. I was obsessed with Quattro too at one point. It just wasn't as bad as it was with Merrick. Yeah, Merrick was the worst case. Probably because he was first. He was first. And then Quattro, I had a weird dream, and then I woke up and I was suddenly obsessed with Quattro. It was very weird. Very, very weird. But, you know, I'm also very weird, so that makes a lot of sense. Except for the fact that my dreams can actually influence my reality sometimes. And other times, I don't know, my brain, I thought I was going to look for it in this video. What happened to my brain? What happened to looking for it? I guess that idea went to the graveyard. Paradox, is this your fault? Did you do this to my brain? You're going to pay for this. No one destroys my brain and gets away with it, Paradox. I'm an intellectual. No one watching this actually believes that. But here's the thing. I think I'm so much of an intellectual that when I play this game, it's so I stop being an intellectual for 2 seconds. Yeah, it's so I can stop being an intellectual for 2 seconds. Except seconds turn to minutes and hours and days and weeks and months. And then well over a year. Well, I love this game. You guys do believe that, right? It would be weird if I wasn't telling the truth. It would be very weird. Okay, I end my turn. I'm almost out of things to talk about, so I may as well end the video after this. And then just log back on. I cannot believe what I did. What does that do? Okay. Okay. Oh! Wait a minute. What? Hold on a second. Inflicts 300 points of damage for... Okay. Alright. So I would take... Yeah, I can afford that. I just wanted to make sure. You know, it took a while because math isn't my subject. It's not my subject. Though I am better compared to how I used to be. I'm better at... Wait a minute. Dude. Okay. I think I misunderstood something about his card. And that's actually a good thing. I calculated more damage than I actually took. I actually do this with money I spend as well. I assume that I've spent more money than I actually have. You know, just in case. And it usually works to avoid overspending. Usually. Now, I have overspent, which is how I learned that you can do that with a debit card. I didn't trust myself with a credit card when I was younger, so I decided to use a debit card instead. But then, the point of switching to a debit card was I thought you couldn't overspend on one. No, you can overspend with a debit card. I learned that by overspending with a debit card. I didn't know it would happen. I didn't know it could happen, and also I'm not even sure when it occurred. I'm just more careful now. But I probably could be trusted with a credit card, to be real. I just don't really want to use one. I feel like it's better if I don't. Unless, of course, I'm eventually a sort of normal person in society. I'm not saying I'll ever be normal, but ideally, I've got dreams. I've got dreams, America. Can I pursue dreams? My need for mental health care does not destroy my dreams, right? I can still have dreams even though I've got crippling depression and socially isolating anxiety. Seriously, America, work on your shit. I've got dreams. I want to work on them. Okay, back to working on my dreams. That's going to wrap things up for this video. I'll be back later when I think of something else to record.